Hello everyone, today I will show you how to replace the stabilizer link. I will also say how you can diagnose that this is the faulty part. So what happened with me? My car started to make the squeaky noise, which sounds like the old mattress. So the simple way of checking what is wrong with it, first, without removing the wheels or anything, you have to push the car down on next to the headlight and see how it bounces back. So if this bounces back quickly, it means that the shock absorber is fine. So this is the first part, which is fine. Then you should check the spring if it's not damaged. The simple way of checking it without removing the wheel is checking the distance on one side from the car to the tire, and then on the other side from the car to the tire. So if the spring is broken, on one side it's supposed to be lower. Or maybe you got both sides broken in the same way, which possibly is impossible. But anyway, so this is what you can do without removing the wheel, just to see if this is not very big issue. Because to be honest, the shock absorber, this is a heavy job to be replaced, and I will not recommend this to do on your own. I've done it twice, and to be honest, it was kind of tricky, not mentioning dangerous, because if the spring will bounce back, you can actually lose your finger, and there are cases like that. So if this is a spring or the shock absorber, I will definitely recommend to give it to the professional. Anyway, then you have to remove the wheel and inspect all the rubbers. You see this part. So on each link which you got, link and any other part like ball joints, you should inspect those rubbers and look for the cracks. Because if there is a crack, oil start to leak, and then you got this squeaking noise where metal is rubbing against the metal. So I will show you now what is the noise on my car. So for this job, I recommend to put your handbrake as much as you can, and also place reverse gear or the first gear. It's up to you. I would prefer, let's say, first gear probably will be better, because you will be lifting the front part, so it means that car can slide back. But if you put this on the first gear, this is actually locking to the front. So I will say the first gear. So if you will be lifting back, then you're placing reverse. It's just simple as that. Anyway, so now we're gonna take out the wheel, and I will show you which part is damaged and how did I manage to find it. So as I mentioned, what you should do is inspect those rubbers, all those for leakage. So you got them over here. This can be damaged. There is another one over there, here, one which is on this end, and one on the bottom, sorry, where is gold? Here. So in my case, this is the one that is damaged. Here, this is where it's broken. You see? So this is what we need to replace. This is the only leakage where I found that and it doesn't hold the oil in it. So yeah. So to do that, what we need to do is to release this screw by placing the tool in it, and then key 17 around it, and do exactly the same on the bottom, but from this end. And this link will go. So yeah. So this is the way to remove it. You have to put one tool, which is this one, inside, and then rocket on the outside. This is just for blocking. This will be for untightening. And we do the same for the bottom one as well. And this will go away. It's a good idea to use W40 on it, and also the brush to remove the rust. In case if you will stuck, this is the grip which I mentioned. So you basically will have to hold it on other side, squeeze it heavily, and then you will manage to remove this nut. In my case, I stuck, so this is what I've done. You see, I added the grip on one end, and this is secured by the part of the car, and then I'm untightening the screw using the key on other end. The bottom one, you first, what I've done, I bang back the hammer, the tool which went to the inside, then I remove this because racket will not go around it. Then basically I put the rocket, then I place the tool, and by right hand you untightening this one, left hand you just holding this down, and this is it. But before you're gonna do it, put the W40 first. Also use the brush to remove any excess of the rust. Maybe bang this a few times by the hammer, just gently, and my one went through without any issues. So as you can see, I got additional jack, and I left this one slightly up. So thanks to that, without the screws, you will manage to easier push it out. In other cases, it's not gonna be easy. So if you will lift the wheel hub, then basically you will manage to pull out those. As you can see, I've done this by one hand, so it's gonna be much easier, and this one as well. So it's gone. And then we are adding the new part. With the new part in, we are tightening this in the same way as we took out the old one. So we're placing something to lock, like tool to lock the center of it, and then we are tightening this by the outside. And we're doing the same there, and job is done. So guys, the job is done. You saw that the sound is gone. I'm happy with it. It was pretty simple. You don't need to have some special knowledge about mechanics to be able to do this task, but you definitely need the right tools. So what I would recommend for this job is 2 jacks, one to leave the car, the second one to leave the hub wheel, then the brush to remove the excess of the rust, W40 to be able to lubricate all the threads, hammer, because basically the tool which gonna go to the inside, I would recommend to bang this by the hammer. In this case, it's gonna go deeper, and you're not gonna destroy the thread, the part which is inner part of the screw, because it's pretty fragile. Yeah, and I think that's all basically. Yeah, so this task will take you something like, it took me 15 minutes, but I was recording the movie, so without that trouble it's like 10-minute job. If you're doing this for the first time, let's say you will reserve yourself half an hour, so this will be plenty enough. So yeah, so if you will follow it, it's something that definitely you can do on your own. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the movie. That will be useful, and as always, I wish you a good day.